Hello and welcome back to Shakhtar Glory, episode 79, and I'm really cranking out the episodes today. I think this is my day off and I think I've done 2 or 3 maybe today. Absolutely crazy, but it's given me a chance to get a bit more ahead and plan for the week I'm away on holiday and drop a few other different things in and try a few different videos. So it's good, but I try not to get too far ahead of it, sort of out of my brain when I come back to it and stuff like that. But today we take on the big game, Bayern Munich. We've had a couple of league games in the middle, so I've just played those straight after the Sparta Prague game, which was the last episode. And we are here today with the Bayern game. We had a bit of a spat with Gnabry in the middle. He was moaning about not playing enough. He's playing most of the games, so it's a bit surprising. But he was told basically the trail I chose, I must have clicked the wrong one, ended me telling him to leave. But he's in the team for today, but we'll see the lineups shortly. We're going to jump into the schedule, just see how we've done in those last 2 games. So we had Arsenal-Kiev, a very comfortable 3-0 win. Not much to say on that really. Roberto getting 2 goals, playing really well, doing a lot. Rodrigo picked up a knock, but he should be back now. And then Vorskla, a very disappointing 0-0 draw, and no one played well. I mean, we made some changes that I think Gnabry and the front 3 basically replaced because they were just doing terrible. But they didn't come on and do much better either. We changed system. We just couldn't break them down. They just so resolute in defence. We had lots of shots, most of them from distance. Just couldn't break them down. So how does the league table stand? I'll show you that now because I haven't looked at it really this season. So after 9 games played, we're only 2 points clear of Dynamo Kiev. Zoya were second, but they just lost their last game as well. Or I think they lost it or drew it. Yeah, they lost it. So they're a little bit further behind now. But yeah, it's a bit worrying. We did also, if you saw the schedule, get the cup draw, and we got Zoya in the cup. So about as tough as we could have got this early on. Obviously, Kiev probably only slightly tougher one, but we don't like Zoya. I mean, I like Zoya, but I don't like playing them. But without further ado, we're going to jump into the Bayern Munich game now, and you'll see the team sheets very shortly. As just having a look there, Lewandowski's out, Gundogan's out, Toliso's doubtful. He's unregistered. We've got a few doubtful as well. So we are currently top of the group, obviously basically on goal difference at the moment, because we hit the 5 goals against Sparta Prague and they hit a 3-1 against Galatasaray. So obviously those other 2 teams are playing together today. But we've got Timo Werner for Bayern, obviously because Lewandowski's injured. Odegaard playing, which it's a bit surprising. I thought they might have played someone else, but he's having a bit of a tough time, but he'll probably go and score a hat-trick today. They've got Brandt, who's got the 2 goals, I think, against Galatasaray. We've got Vidal in there, Diawara, Rodriguez, I don't know who he is. Oh, he's the guy that's on from Portugal, yeah. Alaba, Hummels, Boateng and Kimmich, pretty Bayern back 4 there, and Neuer, pretty Bayern back 5. They got the likes of Mustafi, Perez, Muller, Amico, Avest and Yarmolenko on the bench. We're going with Paulinho up front, Gnabry on the left and Roberto on the right. We've got Petrak in the middle with Hurtado backed up by Solis. And then we've got Leo, Tello, Ordetz and Lukacevic backed up by is it Roffo or Rollo? I can never remember. Roffo. So we'll kick off. I'm going to let the assistant take it, because we seem to play better when he does it. When I do them, it just doesn't. That Vorskla game, was it Vorskla? Yeah, it was pretty much a sample of that. It just didn't get us going. I did it at half time, it seemed to look having a bit of an improvement, but we just didn't kick on from it. But if we can get at least, well, no, I think at home we want to be looking for the win, and we should have scored there. In the first 45 seconds, we should have had a goal. Dropped to us in front of their goal, but we just couldn't put it away. Hurtado here, back in, obviously following a suspension in the last game. Same for Yuri Alberto, and I think Tello was the other one, wasn't he? So we've got 3 players who obviously got sent off in the final, missed the first game. Not a bad first game to miss, to be honest. Glad they're back for this one. 3 sort of vital players. They are knocking it about quite nicely around us here, but we do knock it. We're just not getting the break of the ball when we do make the tackle. It is bouncing back to them. And Timo Werner and Roffo with a big save. So it could be 1-1 here after 3 minutes. They now have a corner. What can they do? We clear it, Petrak. Werner's running out to it. A bit of a disappointing World Cup, Timo Werner. Didn't really see much of him. And we win it back. Can we do something with this? And we're sloppy in the pass again. And Yuri Alberto, he intercepts the pass. This is one long highlight. Very long highlight. It seems to just the game is just churning them out. We're only on 8 minutes here. We've had like 3 or 4 sort of key highlights going on. Gnabry to the byline, gets his old team, of course. Hurtado, Gnabry, and it's in. Is that offside? I don't think it is. It's not. He scored one against his old team. He's unhappy, but he's got a goal. Hoping he's one of these players that even though he's unhappy and he maybe will be moving, he's going to be one that puts in a performance to get a better move maybe than just someone who just sulks. And very lucky. It's a header from Hurtado that just flecks off the Bayern defender and just finds its way to Gnabry in the box, and a simple finish. And Galatasaray beating Sparta Prague as well. Ideally there we're looking at a draw. We don't want any of those teams getting 3 points. Shouldn't matter too much. We should have enough, but you just never know. You never know in the Champions League. Anything can happen. Especially when we're not holding possession. Like this team, you see what we're doing in the league. We're changing a bit of system in the league, so we are sort of stuttering a little bit. But it's also a team in a bit of transition. It's a much younger team as Petrak goes through. He should score. A team, very much in transition. So a lot of younger players in there. I mean, the average age of this team, I wouldn't even like to say. Gnabry, I think, is the oldest, perhaps. He's, 26, I think? Maybe the defence, well, Ordetz is older. But the rest of them, they're all around between 18 and probably 19 and 24, 23, 24. It's a really young team. Exciting team as well, but just a bit unpredictable. But it's Gnabry and he hits the bar. One of the old heads in the team just isn't able to keep his cool and place the finish, unfortunately. He's through again. He's causing them all sorts of problems. Can we find the ball? Lukacevic, he's dragged inside. And Paulinho hits the post as well. So despite the stats saying we only had one shot on target, which is the goal, which is true, we've hit the woodwork 2 or 3 times and we're causing them all sorts of problems. And Gnabry, of course, picks up a knock. Probably the one player we didn't want to be picking up a knock. I mean, we do have Rodrigo on the bench, so it's not the end of the world. It's a twisted knee, so he probably is going to have to come off. We're going to see if we can get to half-time, though. Solis, he skipped through, but just couldn't skip through that final challenge. Oh, and it falls to us again. They're playing just as shaky as us at the moment. Gnabry's there and he gets his second. Twisted knee or not, he's scoring a goal. That's 2 goals again. So now the problem is we're probably going to have to take Gnabry off. And he's on a hat-trick with 2 goals, so he's going to be unhappy. So he's already an unhappy player, so it's not going to be the best situation. But we'll tackle that as we see it. We may give him a little bit of time second half to maybe try and recover. See if he recovers at half-time. And Galatasaray 2-0 up, so it looks like that's going that way. And Gnabry is running down the left again. Finds Hurtado. Into Paulinho. Hurtado have a strike. He does. Neuer palms it away. Gnabry doesn't quite get the second ball. So Bayern coming forward with a chance this time. Pepe. It's Rui something. Is it Rui or... It's one of the 2 Portuguese ones they signed this year. Timo Werner gets one chance and takes it. And they're back in the game. I thought we'd done enough there. I thought Tello got him in behind. I thought he'd given away a penalty to be in actual fact. But I thought we'd done enough. But unfortunately not. He just gets there and slots the finish away nicely. Obviously we saw him for Porto last year. He was fantastic. Good season. So Gnabry, can he do something? He's still injured, but he's still running rings. And Paulinho, and he makes the finish. I can hear my daughter waking up and my wife as well. We put the daughter down for a nap. It's 2 o'clock-ish now. We put her down for a nap, but she's not sleeping. She's getting a bit loud now, so we're going to have to get her up after this game and take her out. My wife's ill at the moment, so I had to take the day off work to look after the little one. But she's not sleeping as Paulinho gets the goal. And it's all dead, so we go close again. But they've taken Odegaard off here for Thomas Muller. With 30 minutes to go. Obviously, it's still in the balance, and the next goal is vital. If they score it, then it's all sorts of trouble for us. All sorts of pressure. But Petrak gets the ball nicely. And Yuri Alberto, Paulinho. Back to Alberto. Can he slot it? He does. He doesn't miss in those positions. More often than not, when he's one-on-one, he scores. It's a great 4-1 against Bayern. What a result this is turning out to be. I mean, even if they now beat us in the away leg, which I'd probably still expect to happen, because you don't know what Shakhtar team's going to turn up. I'd still, the 4-1, I'd hope to not have to lose by a bigger margin than that. So the head-to-head should, all going to plan, should still see us top on this game. Should being the key word in that sentence. As Leo cuts out the ball, a great challenge, and back to Roffo, who's, apart from that one Timo Werner goal, hasn't really had a great deal to do. But they are back forward again. And Roffo with a big save. And again, with half an hour to go, we're probably going to have to look at... I don't want to take Gnabry off because he's playing so well. 20 minutes ago, we'll probably have to make some subs soon. I think Gnabry may have to be one just because he's tired. Hurtado's had a fantastic game as well. He may have to look at coming off. Gnabry, square it. Alberto, Paulinho, and he should score. But he hits it over the bar. We could be 5 or 6 in this game, really. I mean, they could have 1 or 2 more maybe as well. Oh, Leo, you should be getting that ball. He does. Muller messes up there. Gnabry's just running this show. And Paulinho, he should score again. He should be on a hat-trick. Right, with 15 minutes to go, we're going to make some subs just for the why not of it, basically. Who's struggling? Petrak is struggling a little bit, so Barco's going to come on as well. 15 minutes to go, we're going to make a triple swap. Hopefully it doesn't disrupt us too much. Gnabry looks like the one that would be the disruptive one, but Rodrigo's still a fantastic player. And Paulinho, the subs hasn't happened yet. So we've got one more chance for him to get his hat-trick. What's happened there? It's a Neuer own... It's saying 3 people. I think Neuer kicked it in, but it's saying Avest maybe. Brandt gave away the ball in the first place. That's the first mistake. Then they're chasing back. Alaba can't get there on Alberto. Gnabry gets a good save from Neuer, and Boateng, it looks like, or Avest, I think, maybe just slices it straight into his own goal. And 5-1 now as the subs take place. What a day this has been for Shakhtar Donetsk. Probably the most famous victory in our result in our history, perhaps, or certainly in my history with them. I can't think of one big. I mean, there's been some big results against some big teams, but the size of the scoreline against this team makes this, I think, far and away the best one. 5-1 to Bayern. I mean, and we look good value for it as well. I mean, the stats make it look like a bit of a closer game than it was. But really, we deserved probably a few more goals there. They maybe had 1 or 2, but we should have had 6 or 7 in that game, maybe 8. Fantastic performance, and gonna go passionate, and yeah, we're going slightly underplaying it a little bit, but 5-1 win. Klopp's unhappy with me for some reason. He's a bit of a wind drag, but he can chill on it for a little while. 3 to 4 days for Gnabry isn't too bad. Gnabry man of the match, and Gnabry's trying to get way back in the German team, I think, there. So yeah, so let's Rafa Benitez is the Germany manager. I think we looked at that before. Slightly random. So what we'll do, we'll come back for the next episode. We're going to play Inglet's Zoya Cup game, and then we'll come back for the Galatasaray game away. So hopefully we can really be sort of cementing our place in the next round with a win there. Maybe not quite, but certainly putting ourselves in a dominant position. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please drop a like on the video, drop a sub to the channel while you're there. I'm mentioning it in a lot more videos now. I'm chasing the next target for sort of milestones for subscribers, so if I could get there, that'd be fantastic. And yeah, any comments as well while you're there on YouTube or Twitter. I'm always very active on both. So yeah, until next time for that Galatasaray game, I will see you later. Take care.